Right, it's time for AM Business. Now, when oil was discovered in the Norwegian continental shelf in 1969, the country did not waste any time to legislate policies to manage the resource in a way that would give Norwegians long-term wealth. They are today one of the leading exporters of oil. Ghana only started producing oil in commercial quantities 10 years ago. But what can we learn from the Norwegian experience? Well, Joy Business's Daryl Kwao recently joined the Petroleum Commission on a trade mission to Norway and shares some of the insights in this edition of AM Business.
Norway's petroleum era started more than 50 years ago, and a number of early fields are still producing. The first fields to be developed were in the North Sea, and the industry has gradually expanded northwards into the Norwegian Sea and the Barents Sea. Norway's first licensing round was announced on the 13th of April 1965, and 22 production licenses were awarded, covering 78 blocks. Just before Christmas in 1969, Phillips Petroleum informed the Norwegian authorities of the discovery of Ekofisk, which turned out to be one of the largest offshore oil fields ever discovered. This was the breakthrough that began Norway's success story. The building behind me is the Norwegian Petroleum Directorate. It's more like the Petroleum Commission of Ghana. We are here to understand how data from geological surveys are stored and how that information is utilized. Ghana started pumping oil in commercial quantities in 2010. Petroleum Commission was established in July 2011 to regulate and manage the exploitation of petroleum resources and coordinate the policies in relation to them. The visit to the Norwegian Petroleum Directorate was to be a learning experience.
The operator is required to send us a 25% longitudinal cut of all cores.
The Norwegian Petroleum Directorate stores core samples and drill cuttings from exploration and production wells on the Norwegian shelf. In addition, the Directorate has oil and reference samples for geochemical standards.
Having the data, storing the data, and having access to data to look into the data has been absolutely vital for the Norwegian shelf, because that puts us in a position when the companies present plans, proposals to us, and they make their assessments. We can go into the data, we can look at the data, we can look at the company's plans, and then we can make an assessment based on access to data. And of course, in general, we have access to much more data than the companies, because there are regulations on which data is public and which data is private. And a lot of the data in the licenses belongs to the companies that are there. But we have the bigger perspective, because we see not only a single license, but we see all the licenses, and we have all the data from when petroleum activity started.
The Petroleum Commission's delegation also got an update on the Oil for Development program, a cooperation between Ghana and Norway reached in 2008 to help Ghana manage our petroleum resources in a sustainable manner.
One of the strengths of this program, and a kind of a proof of the good relationship between the Norwegians and the Ghanaians, is that every time we met a challenge, we overcame it. We took it on, and we even had some differences, but we always found a solution so we could continue. So we also see that all the activities we've been cooperating on, we actually have progress on all of them. Some of them have very good progress, and some of them not as good as we would like to have seen, but because of challenges. But we've always came to a solution. So that's also something that I tell people, that I think that's also a proof of a very good cooperation.
No doubt the OFD program has been of immense benefit to Ghana, and at the end of the discussion, we learned Ghana has put forward a request to Norway for an extension of the program. Week 2 is going on in earnest. Today, we get a glimpse of the Ghana Pavilion. You can see it over there, the stand where the Petroleum Commission has set up. We've got, like we've been reporting, so many Ghanaian companies coming to this conference and exhibition to showcase what they have and to foster partnerships. So I'm going to take you around the Ghana Pavilion. I have here, as you'd see, Freddie Jordan Oil Company Limited. So what's your name?
My name is Kwame Chantua.
Okay, so tell me about your experience.
Well, so far it's been quite good, and you realize that it's those who are very interested in coming into Ghana that are coming to the stand. But yes, for a local company, I think it's been quite good.
Okay. I'm going to ask you about the theme for this year's conference, which is Innovate. How do you think that is critical for the oil and gas sector, innovation?
Well, when you look at oil and gas, it's an evolving industry, and you have different facets of the oil industry. You have onshore, offshore, you have shallow to deep, you have ultra deep. All these come with different types of logistics and different types of organizations that you need. And so we have placed ourselves whereby whether it's onshore, whether it's offshore, whether it's ultra deep, whether it's deep, whether it's shallow, we can partner some of these companies that come in. But it's a very interesting industry and quite a wide industry too.
All right, thank you very much. That was Freddie Jordan Oil Company Limited. I want to take you to our next stand, which is the Barge Freight company. So we want to find out exactly what they do. The director is here, Ato.
Yes.
How's it been so far?
Well, we can't complain. We give thanks to God. It's very positive for us to be here.
Are people approaching you? Are people expressing interest in what you do?
Yes, very much so. And if I may say so, we actually recently had a contract with Aker Energy.
And we've been talking about the difficulties that local companies face in venturing into partnership with multinationals because of concerns about their capabilities. But for you, you have been, should I say, blessed enough to have to partner such a multinational. What do you think you do differently, or what do you think that you have done over the years that has made you catch the eye of a multinational like Aker?
Yes, the fact that we say that local companies are not up to it itself is a cliche which has been overused, and wrongly so. We have a budding industry, as in the oil and gas industry is budding, and so obviously we don't expect to be at the standard of the multinationals. Having said that, there are a lot of capable companies here in Ghana who are able to partner, and they've done so over the years with foreign companies, and they deliver on their mandate as well.
So officials from the Petroleum Commission are here. We've got officials from the GMPC, we've got government officials here, all hoping to engage people, hoping to bring money home. Just like we had the CEO of the Petroleum Commission say, this is not a joyride, but essentially an opportunity for people to bring monies into the pockets of the Ghanaian people. And the acting CEO of the Petroleum Commission, Egbert Fable Jr., would not mince words about Ghana's determination to enforce the local content policy as he addressed a gathering of Ghanaian firms and Norwegian investors.
We seek, among others, to have everyone who has, or every company that has the needed competency to be able to bid for and win something. So we seek also to unbundle contracts. We seek to unbundle contracts. So we want to communicate here and now that we deprecate, conduct that, you see one company forming 3-4 other companies to get all the contracts in a particular value chain. When we see that, we will stop it and unbundle and free some of the contracts for everyone else who is fit, proper, to get something to do.
The visit to Norway was important for many reasons. One of them, Aker Energy Ghana, the Norwegian oil exploration firm, which is expected to begin oil exploration in Ghana at the end of 2021. Aker acquired Hess Corporation's stake in the deepwater Tano Cape 3 Points block in the western region in June this year.
This is a promising block with several discoveries, and we are now working to mature these discoveries, and we think this will be the next producing field in Ghana. We are, as we speak, we are operational. We have more than 100 people located in Oslo and in Accra in Ghana. I am the country manager on the ground now in Ghana, and I have a good local organization supporting me, and the organization is growing as we speak. We are building up the organization now in Ghana with only local Ghanaians in the organization.
Big day for Ghana at the ONS. The Ghana session is underway.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of Parliament from Ghana, all protocol observed. When I was asked to talk on making Ghana an attractive area, I said to myself, I thought we finished doing that. I looked around, I didn't see where else we have left out that we can talk about in Ghana. Fortunately, we have a number of things coming up now, so I thought I should dwell on that.
We are inviting all of you gathered here and other people listening to us. There are opportunities coming up in Ghana, and we are very excited about the future of the oil and gas industry in Ghana.
One by one, the Ghanaian firms did their pitching. From Aberdeen, Scotland, and now Stavanger, Norway, the Petroleum Commission takes stock of its mission so far.
Working a very proactive way to clear the path for people like yourselves and also others who are yet to come to be able to have a foothold in the industry. And I know that someday, when the story is told from those who started, from GNPC right through to the present day, everybody's contribution role will be acknowledged. If we will be remembered as let's say, the set that ensured that local content was taken to the level where it would take it to, and nothing else, I'm sure, Chairman, with your permission, we'll be satisfied. We'll be satisfied. Maybe others may come and look at the technical aspects, but our focus is to ensure that we give our people the necessary empowerment so that we do not, look back with regret, with respect to earnings and, let's say, capacity building and every other relevant thing that we ought to do. So on that note, I just want to thank you very much and thank the Ministry of Energy, ably represented by the Deputy Minister and also the Chief Director, and indeed all of you who came.
And for the businesses that follow the Petroleum Commission, the trip was an eye-opener with some promising opportunities for partnerships. Darrell Kwao, Stavanger, Norway.